So we just had dinner about an hour ago, and I turned the television on to watch something. I don't know what it was, and I turned it on, and it was this documentary about 9/11, and feeling kind of worried and disturbed by the previous nights about 9/11. I didn't want to watch it. Then the word came up, conspiracy. And that made me want to watch it, because it sort of explains what actually happened. It explains what happened, how they got on, how they managed to get the planes and all that, and they explain that, and it's very interesting. And I have to say the documentary was very interesting. It talks about all the conspiracies going around 9/11, such as this plane is this big, but the hole is only this big. So it's interesting, and all the opinions of people, what they thought. They're not shy about saying it. They're very forceful in their words, and it's really quite interesting to watch. But I have to say, I'm quite frightened by this 9/11. I find it very terrifying. Won't tell Toby and Jamie, obviously. They'd ridicule me because of it, but I am. I mean, they'd say, "Oh, I told you so," and things like that. I do find it extremely frightening and scary in a way. And when I'm watching it, there's a certain pain in my stomach, and it makes me think that these people are just so evil. They just go and kill people without any sense of pity or repentance. It's totally disgusting. And what's worse is the conspiracy. One of the conspiracies was that the government did 9/11, and it was all the CIA and the FBI were all involved in blowing up these two towers, and I thought that was quite horrific. To want to destroy your own people just to rebirth it, and the issue came along of greediness, where they just wanted it to prevent a war. But it didn't go very well, did it? No. And so, I just want to say I'm really terrified by 9/11, and I must stop watching things about 9/11 because it is scary. It's the sort of thing you'd come up with in a nightmare, really. It's horrible, and so people like Toby just don't want to speak about it because it is so horrific. I particularly find it interesting to watching the plane go into the tower because it shows, well, this is what happened. The plane goes in, it explodes, and the conspiracies that go across say, well, there must have been explosive used because the tower went down too quickly. And it's interesting, all these theories and all these wonderful things. And they talk to people like steel experts who say, well, it can't be this, steel doesn't burn that quickly. And it's quite an interesting thing, but it's horrible to listen to all this. I think what's worse is listening to people's recollections of what happened. I think that's very sad to listen to. What I think Toby finds most disturbing is the fact that as soon as that plane went in, people died instantly. And I think it probably wouldn't have been so bad for the people at the lower floors because they would probably have had at least a chance to escape. Possibly, I'm not sure. I haven't seen the full footage of it, but it is scary. I find it scary. I think it's something that would haunt you in your nightmares, and it's probably one of the scariest things that is around. And you finally know why all these people are scared, and it's terrifying. And you kind of think, what are these people about? And if you go on a plane, you could be blown up. It's horrible. You can have a plane hijacked. And what I find even more offensive is that these people, right, these two terrorists, apparently who did 9/11, they actually went to a place, learned how to fly, and then did 9/11. I thought that's absolutely, totally outrageous. And that's even more scary. They were allowed to do that. And then, that's the sort of big project. I kind of think that those two terrorists, they were like, right, it's about 9 months before 9/11. what we're going to do first is we're going to do this and plan this and do this. And all the while they're thinking, after 9 months has gone by, we're going to blow up the World Trade Center. I never thought in a million years that I'd be so worried and concerned about 9/11. It's terrifying and scary, and it's corrupt. That's purely corrupt, you know. You think there's something dodgy there, and you see it, and I'm getting a pain in my side now just thinking about 9/11. It's horrible. It is extremely scary. And not only 9/11, I mean, I don't know much about all these big things. 9/11 was something I never knew about until only a few days ago, but Madam McCann, I know a bit about her. I'm sure there's conspiracies all about that too. But I do like conspiracies, I have to admit. I do like conspiracies where people say, well, this can't happen because of this. This can't be because of this. And I think I'd like to watch more documentaries about conspiracies. Like, was Hitler actually shot? And did he actually take a suicide pill? And conspiracies sort of about Doctor Who, perhaps. Like, what's the conspiracy about the missing adventures? Did someone find one and just keep it? You know, it's interesting. So, scary shit.